disregard na lang any background noise that you will hear. I'm at home, so di siya na malikayan ay mga dogs barking or any background noise. So you just have to disregard that. Ayaw kinawala ako ang kopya sa opening. Okay. Okay. So before we will start, let us pray first in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and the many blessings we have received. We ask that you would bless the work that we do here in our online class and give us patience, courage, and perseverance to face whatever challenges that may come. Please bless our students with the wisdom to learn from the instructor. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, or should I say good evening? It's already almost 6 p.m. We started our class very late, no? So tendency that is what usually would happen if I am from work, no? Kaya last year, usually I would end early. My class would end at 4 p.m. Pero karon, no, since like what I've told you, nasunugan mi, so we have to really adjust with our schedules. That is why we have classes until 8 p.m. No? So ako until 5 lang, kay 5:15 or 5:30 because I also would like to lang for a while. Let me add your classmates. I would also like to meet with you all before mag 7. Syempre, no, kay makulangan na ta sa time. We only meet once a week. Okay. Let me just join the meeting room so that I can admit your classmates while I'm in the midst of my discussion. So we're going to start with chapter 1, which is the meaning and importance of tourism. Okay. Adjust ko lang ang audio sa PCAS device so that dili mag-feedback. So, in the meaning and importance of tourism, this is in your module 1 and this is the first lesson. So, usually I don't do modules nga paansiran na yun dito. So, no, usually I'd also discuss it and explain it so that you can easily grasp, you know, the lesson. Kaya most especially, some of you do not have idea yet what is tourism, what is hospitality management, what is the difference between the two industries. So, it's also quite vital that you know what this two means. So our learning objectives for this lesson is first, syempre, to define tourism and also to define hospitality management, to differentiate tourist from excursionist, to understand the various elements of travel used as criteria for defining travelers and or tourists, to explain the nature of a tour, to elucidate the characteristics of a tourist product and a tourist destination. And next, to compare tourism with other industries and to appreciate the importance of tourism. As we all know, the tourism industry is one of the biggest money-making industries in our economy. No, so usually sa tourism class, ga-generate ako nga income because as a lot of travelers or tourists would go to a certain place or country, they would need, syempre, kinahanglan man na og mga different facilities, no? In the 5 A's of tourism, one of the components for the tourism industry is dapat may activities, dapat may amenities such as like shopping centers, healthcare centers, spa, no, even water and electricity is also part of it, no, kanang mga ingana. And then you need to also have accommodations. Dira na mosulod ang hospitality industries under accommodation. You also need to have accessibility, meaning the destination can be accessed, daghan na siya accessible roads, daghang available schedule sa biyahe, ang travel time is dili nga nakatantong layo. I hope you can understand my Bisaya, no? And then also dapat na apoy so activities, amenities, accommodations, attractions, no, and then accessibility. So attractions, syempre, like man-made or natural attractions. It could be uh, katong beach, no, like sa Siargao or sa Boracay. Those are examples of attractions, or event attractions like Sinulog, no, or mga different festivals nga maoy ginaagtuan jud sa mga turista. So usually people can make a lot of money from those aspects, no, sa accommodation. They can make money out of it, activities, attractions. So since daghan mong kaayo og mga purpose nga mo travel ang usa ka tourist, and when they want to go to a certain place to relax and to have like activities for pleasure, so mo na siya nga na ay mga negosyo matukod, mga kan-anan, hotels, no, other like mga entertainment facilities like casinos, nightclubs. So that is why when people establish those kinds of facilities and have those kinds of activities and maybe make that kind of attraction for the tourists, then they can generate income from that. And that is why muna siya nga dako kaayo og what you call this, contribution ang tourism sa economic growth. Okay? People can have jobs because of tourism, and katong mga small business owners, they can also generate income from tourists because syempre ang turista kinahanglan og place nga asa siya makatulog, makakaon, place nga asa siya mag-enjoy. So if you can offer that to the tourists, and they will stay and they will eventually come back and even invite other people to also visit that place. And ikaw nga naadira na kay negosyo, or you own that attraction, kay man-made attraction siya, you can really earn something from it, no? You can generate income and you can provide jobs to other people nga mo work para sa imuha. Like if you own a hotel, then you would hire people or employees to work for your hotel. Oh, so you can really also help them. So muna na kanindot sa tourism, no? It can generate a lot of income, can help economic growth. Okay, and even increase the attractiveness of a city. If mailhan na nga ang Sagay is known for this kind of attraction, and people will come there even if it's not dili siya pista sa Sagay, pero tungod kay nag-exist na siya mga different beautiful beaches, then surely that can increase the attractiveness of your place, and that could really encourage a lot of people to visit your city. So those are just one of the many highlights and importance of tourism. So let us first define what is tourism, because the hospitality industry is just under the umbrella of tourism. So ang purpose pa lang nimo nga mag-travel ka sa Sagay because you want to relax in their beautiful beaches there, that is an act of tourism. And pag abot nimo dito, you plan to stay there longer, so mangita kag hotel. And once you found a hotel, dira ka magsayo siya sa Sun Hotel. Oh, dito siya sa inyuha, dito sa new site, sa Sun Hotel, dira sa Nonescos. Magstay siya sa Sun Hotel, mag-enjoy sa facilities in Sun Hotel, magkaon siya sa mga restaurants there in Sagay. Those are under hospitality. Hospitality industry. Okay? Ang hospitality industry, basta mag-provide og accommodation, food, no, amenities nga maka-add og enjoyment sa tourist as ga-visit siya sa usa ka attraction, then that is hospitality. So sa tourism, masyag kung saan pa, that's the bigger umbrella ang tourism. Under siyang umbrella ana is ang hospitality industry. So according to Professors Hunziker and Kraft of Bern University, we can define tourism as a sum of the phenomena and relationships arising from the travel and stay of non-residents, insofar as they do not lead to permanent residence and are not connected to any earning activity. So meaning, in short, no, tourism is traveling to a place nga dili ka permanent resident dito. So if you're traveling to Sagay and you are born and raised in Sagay, you basically live in Sagay, that is not tourism. Tourism is when you are from Sagay, you are a resident of Sagay, and you travel to Iloilo. And when you travel to Iloilo, it's not to earn money, no, dili man for work purposes, but you're there because you just want to visit Mega World, Iloilo, or you want to visit the heritage infrastructures that can be found in the City of Love, no? So, muna siya ang meaning sa tourism. Muagto ka sa place that is not your place of residence and you're not earning money but you're basically going there for pleasure activities, no? Magkuan ka, sightseeing, and then mukuan ka sa museum, mag-visit ka, maglanta ka sa mga heritage infrastructures nila. Oh, even going simple as going to the mall dito nila, as long as you're not earning money but you're spending money, that is tourism according to the definition of Professors Hunziker and Kraft of Bern University. Okay? So the next one, this is from the definition of tourism society in Britain. Tourism is the temporary short-term movement of people to destinations outside the places where they normally live and work and their activities during their stay at these destinations. So basically just similar to the first definition, no? As long as they move outside the places where they normally live and work. They're not a resident of that place. So once they go outside, that is already tourism. And then again, very similar. Japan, no, according to the Tourism Society of in Cardiff, they define tourism as particular activity selected by choice. So, meaning wala ka gisugo nga moagto dito. It's your choice to go to that place because you want to relax. And that is undertaken outside of your home environment. So, it is not called tourism if I am just traveling here in my hometown in San Carlos City going to People's Park in San Carlos. So, wala ra, dili na siya tourism. But it's tourism when I go to Sagay and then I mag-relax ko sa inyong beautiful beaches dito. And then, wala ko gisugo. It's my own decision to go there to relax, to unwind. Okay? So, Burkhardt and Medlick cited five main characteristics of tourism. So, this is evolving na ha. Kaya naman goy uban nga characteristics ni tourism dire nga dili na siya applicable karon because tourism industry can sometimes evolve, most especially kung mag-blend in na siya with the recent times. Okay? So, the first characteristics, the tourism is combination of phenomena and relationships. When you talk about phenomena and relationships, so the main situation nga you're traveling in that place, no? So, the main situation nga nag-exist ka in that place, nga naa ka dira nga situation, nag-apil-apil ka sa mga festival dira, that's phenomena. Okay? That's tourism. You're in that place, you're immersed in the experience. Ang relationship is the relationship that you establish with the locals. Like, niagto ko og Sagay, and then nakighalubilo ko, no? Syempre, I interacted with the locals in Sagay, asking them for directions or ask them asa diri ang nindot nga kan-anan. Or when I go to one of the resorts in Sagay, I also have an interaction with the staff there. So those are examples of relationships that you build, and that is also tourism. Okay? So it has two essential elements, the dynamic element or the journey and the static element or the stay. So when we say dynamic element or ang journey, the process of getting to that destination. So pag biyahe nimo from Sagay to Iloilo, kanang napalandaan ka sa bus, sa boat, no? Labang ka pa kuan pa Iloilo, from Bacolod to Iloilo, that is already the dynamic element. It's the journey going to the destination. And then once you get there to Iloilo and you stay there for 1 week or 3 days, that is the static element. Okay? So the journey and the stay to and fro the destinations must be done outside the place of residence and work. So we already established that the tourism industry has two elements, the dynamic element or the journey and the static element and the stay. Now, it must be done outside the place of residence where you live or outside the place where you work. Kay para sa kay Burkhardt and Medlick, as long as you're not earning money but you're spending money, that is tourism. Kaya usay mo good we travel outside from our place of residence. For example, I'm from Calatrava, I travel to San Carlos to work. For example lang na. So, di siya po kunuhay na siya matawag as tourism according to Burkhardt and Medlick because I'm earning money from my travel from Calatrava to San Carlos because I'm working in San Carlos City even though I'm living in Calatrava. So, para nila mauna siya, no? Tourism should be traveling outside of your place of residence and work because the main goal of tourism is for you to spend money, okay? Not earning money, traveling to earn money. Number 4 element, the movement to destinations is temporary and short-term with the intention to return within a few days, weeks, or months. This means nga you will not going to stay in that destination for more than a year. So, masking naara ka, 3 months ra ko dira, or 11 months, 10 months ra ko dira. That is, kuan lang, no? You're a tourist. Pero kung more than a year na ka, you're already migrating. Migrate na ka. Okay? So, dili na siya tourist ang tawag na. Dili na tourist ang tawag sa imuha. Okay, short-term raman ang travel outside of your place of residence or work. The 5th one, destinations are visited for purposes not connected with paid work, like what I've said a while ago. That is not to be employed and not for business or vocational reasons. Okay? What about MICE tourism? No, we always encounter the word MICE tourism because kung ano kanang before the pandemic, dili pa kayo naka-popular ang MICE tourism. It's a sector in the tourism industry that deals with events. So after the pandemic, we see Iloilo no being established as a MICE tourism destination and gikan na dyan na sa DOT. So mayroong tag MICE tourism, the meaning of that is M for meetings, I for incentives, C for conference or conventions, then E for events or exhibitions. Meaning anything that is related for like seminars, workshops, kanang mga teachers mo agto sa Iloilo kay na sila conference, na ay convention, magtapok sila tanan kay na ay seminar. Those are examples of activities under MICE tourism. Now, basta ma-question nyo ba nga, ma'am, di ba, ay naman diri sa main characteristics dapat dili for business reasons. Now, this is way back before. So, karaan pa nino sa according pa lang ni kay Burkhardt and Medlick before. So, 1990s pa ni siya. So, ang karon we consider na mga travel for business such as conferences, conventions, seminars, those can be considered also as a part of tourism. Anyway, some of those seminars, they spend money biya, no? They spend money. Like, syempre, kung mo seminar ka, mag-spend kag money for your accommodation. Then, naapay mga side tour or side trips ana during the seminar, diba? So, we're still spending money. Although, naiuban ana nga covered by the company, pero the company is still spending for you to be sent out to have your seminar. Okay? So, considered na ang business tourism karon. Basta, again, not for the sake of earning money or for work purposes, but just for convention, conferences, kanang mga ingana. Okay? Is that clear, students? We're able to get all of those concepts? Hello?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So, do you have any questions or shall we proceed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so since there are no questions, let us proceed. Now, let us define the hospitality industry. So, sala ni siya. Let us now proceed to the hospitality industry. Now, the hospitality word is derived from the Latin hospitare, meaning to receive as a guest. Mobitaw na nga, we are called, gani as Filipinos, we are hospitable. Meaning, we're, ano ka nang mapalanggaon, sakto ba na siya nga, I don't know if that's the right word, no? Mapalanggaon, or we are really willing to accommodate our guest. Diba, na naman na sa ato ang batasan as Filipinos, diba, nga pati ka ng mga bag-o nga kuan di siya na pagamiton, pero kung naay bisita manggawas ang tanang mga bag-o nga habol, bag-o nga mga kuan gamit kay mo lagi na we're very hospitable, we want our guests to be comfortable. So dira na siya nagikan tanan, no? From the word hospitare, Latin word hospitare, meaning to receive as a guest. It refers to the act of providing food, beverages, comfortable accommodation to travelers. That is why under the hospitality industry, we have several departments, no? Like in the hotel, we have the housekeeping, food and beverage, and then under food and beverage na ay food and beverage service, food and beverage production. So, ang production mo na yung magluto, no? That's in the kitchen. Food and beverage service mo ng mga waiters and waitresses. And then, ang housekeeping mo na mo clean sa rooms. Then, we have front office, no? And then, mo na mga admin offices. So, kana sila, they comprise all of the necessary things needed sa tong guest para mo comfortable sila. And that is food and beverage and accommodation. So, again, the hospitality industry is just under the umbrella of the tourism industry. So the hospitality management involves the planning, organizing, directing, monitoring, and restaurant travel and tourism, institutional management, recreational management, and meeting and convention planning industries. The hospitality industry also encompasses businesses that provide accommodations, events and recreational venues, food and beverage and entertainment to the travelers. In short, the hospitality industry is one of the vital components for tourism to exist. So, for example, nakita nato diri sa San Carlos na ay beautiful falls. And then, nakita nato daghan na kay mga turista nga nag-adto ana nga place, they want to visit that place to see that beautiful falls. Now, they wanted to stay longer because they're admiring the beautiful falls, no, mag-take sila picture, maligo. And then they realize, oh, wala may means of transportation pabalik, or there are no accommodation facilities here, like there are no inns, there are no hotels, no, there are no restaurants here if we get hungry. So it's still not an enjoyable tourism activity for me because the attraction is there, but there's no accommodation. There are no accessible nga mga roads or transportation. So it's still lacking. So meaning it will not be complete. The tourism industry will not be complete without the hospitality industry. You need food, beverage, you need also accommodation for to complement the entire stay of our tourists and for them to really enjoy the attraction or the place. So let's try to compare tourism and hospitality. Okay? So let us try to see first a review what exactly the hospitality industry is. So the hospitality industry is an industry that offers services that go beyond our basic needs. They're not just there to give you basic food and water, but they're literally there to provide you like a feeling nga mura mog royalty, meaning more comfortable than home, no? So munang munang lavish kay ang food or lavish ang accommodation sa hospitality industry because their aim is to really feel that you are very comfortable, even gani nga mas comfortable pa kaysa naa sa balay. So muna ang mga inclusions ni hospitality industry na accommodations, restaurant, transportation, and leisure activities. So every time a tourist will stay in a hotel, grabs a dinner at a nice restaurant, once they hire a tour guide, once they fly on a plane, she or he is supporting the hospitality industry. So muna siya. Now, the tourism industry. So, when the tourist travels somewhere for pleasure, he or she is taking part in tourism. Oh, I want to go to Boracay to relax. You're taking part in tourism. The mere fact that you're deciding to book a plane ticket, you're trying to book a hotel room in Boracay, and that is you're partaking in tourism. And also the hospitality industry, they go together. Okay, the tourism is the act of visiting places for leisure purposes or enjoyment purposes. Tourism happens when tourists travel to different places with the intention of participating in leisure activities. So, muna siya no, ang relationship between nila is tourism affects hospitality just as hospitality affects tourism. Now, let us try to see how they interact and affect each other. Okay? So, hospitality and tourism, they promote each other and they interact with each other. So, when I want to go to Boracay to relax, I'm partaking in tourism. Now, I'm booking a room, I'm booking a flight to Boracay, or for example, nabot ako dira no ning palit kog pagkaon sa restaurant ito nga that can be found in Boracay. I'm partaking in hospitality na pod. So tourism is the first, then followed by hospitality. Both of them makes contribution to national economy and promoting the development of society. The more nga daghag turista, the more there is a need for hotels to be built, the more there is a need for restaurants to be built, for mga leisure establishments to be built, and then kung naanay mga ing-ani nga infrastructures like hotels and restaurants kay tungod daghan kaayong mga turista na abot, then you will eventually need people to work for those hotel and restaurant. So ginahanglan kag manpower. Kay service industry good ang mga like hotels or restaurants. And then in return, you will be able to give jobs to those people nga mo work sa hotels and restaurants. At the same time, you can generate income because daghan man ang mo pay sa inyo ang services just to stay in the hotel or just to eat in the restaurant. So the hospitality industry provides accommodation, food and beverage services, timeshare, events and entertainment. While the tourism industry provides attractions, transportation services, tour operators, and tourism information centers. So basically, tourism is encouraging you to travel through tour operators and tourism information centers. Ang tour operators class sila na ang murag maghimo og tour package, either customized siya or ready-made na siya to introduce to the tourist. And then once a tourist is murag ay ginahan ko aning tour package gihimo, then I will purchase this tour package, then ma-avail ko ani, then I will go there once nga example akong tour package is for August 30 to 31. Then when I go there, maka-book na ko sa hotel, nakastay na ko dito, then I'm partaking in hospitality na. Okay, so they work hand in hand. So hospitality and tourism cannot be separated. No, dili jud na siya pwede ma-separate silang duha. So basically they're dependent on each other. So an area where has good hotel and restaurant resources can attract more tourists. People search for better accommodation and dining location, so the hospitality should be regarded seriously. Okay? So the more nga daghag turista, the more nga mag-develop again og mga infrastructures, and then the more nga naay infrastructures, the more nga kinahanglag tawo, so i-hire sila. So daghan man ma-hire nga tawo, no, the more nga maka-contribute sa economy. Okay, so basically it's like a domino effect ra. Okay. So let's now proceed to the meaning of tourist. So a tourist is a person who visits a country other than that in which he usually resides for a period of at least 24 hours. So as long as mo overnight ka, you will be called a tourist. Pero kung mulapas po ka og a year, o ga-migrate na ka, so ma'am, kung less abi og 24 hours, like day tour lang, magtulak og buntag, muli ko ini kahapon. So, you're not called a tourist. Masking imong purpose is for leisure. You will be called an excursionist. Okay? So, ang tourist, mo na siya mga temporary visitors nga gastay at least 24 hours. Ang iyang mga purpose is for leisure, for business, for family, for mission, or meeting. Ang excursionist, travel siya, day tours lang siya, like in Sipaway. Most of our tourists are day tour tourists or excursionists, kay wala man sila gastay dira 24 hours. They will just go to Sipaway Island, maligo lang sa dagat, then uli na dayon. Okay? So, mga excursionists, temporary visitors less than 24 hours, and not making an overnight stay. So, this includes cruise travelers, but excluding travelers in transit. So, nga no appeal ang mga cruise travelers, ma'am? Di ba usually mag-stop over man sila from one country to another. So basically, they will just stay there for 5 hours, munaog sila from the cruise ship, stay sila na country for 5 hours, balik na pud sila saka, kay mo travel na pud sa next na pud nga destination. That is why they are called excursionists. Okay? For cruise travelers. Nya ma-motive ka nang mohapit ra kadali sa DSB mga P. O dili na siya excursionist kay dapat mo stay ka dira nga lugar not for 5 minutes or 10 minutes ka mga pira ka. Mo stay ka dira nga lugar for 5 hours, 6 hours kay maligo abi ka sa like sa pool or na kay mga other activities dira no mag-relax ka, mag-tent ka, then uli ra ka ini kahapon. So elements of travel. So we have distance, length of stay at the destination, residence of the traveler, and purpose of travel. So, unsa man ni sila? Okay, when we talk about distance, there is a certain distance that can be called as siya tourism, no? Dili man pwede nga travel lang kag sa ka kilometer. Tourist ng tawag sa ako, no? Napo na sila yung mga criteria, no? So, at least when they travel, at least 100 miles away from home, and then they have to return. Okay? So, dapat lapas at least 100 miles sa distance. And outside their place of residence and work. Next is next one, kaya ang length of stay at a destination, like what I've said, dapat mo stay siya at least 24 hours. If less than 24 hours, okay ra siya, excursionist ang tawag sa iya ha. Dili pod pwede lapas than 12 months because that is already migrating. Residence of the traveler. So again, like what I've mentioned before, you should not be a resident of that place kung asa ka ga-travel. Like if I want to go to a certain place, then I must be a tourist and not a resident of that place, or else it's not tourism at all. Like I live both in Cebu and in San Carlos. I have a house there in Cebu. So when I travel to Cebu and I stay there at my house, I'm not a tourist because I'm a resident also of Cebu City, mo nga na, no? So residence of the traveler also matters. So dapat again, mo travel ka for leisure purposes. Mo spend kag money, mag-enjoy ka, or kung naa kay purpose dira nga not for earning money but to learn something, kay na naman tay such thing as edutourism. Ang edutourism is educational tourism. So people travel outside their place of residence for them to learn something, to do research work. Okay? That is still tourism. The next is purpose of travel. So again, your purpose, again, basta dili lang ka mo reside dira for long term, and as long as you're not making money, then that is tourism. So maning mga 4 elements of travel. Make sure to familiarize it. Okay. So we have types of tourism. We have domestic tourism and international tourism. So again, kuha naman understandable, ang domestic tourism gani local travel. So if you're just traveling here in the Philippines outside of your place of residence, that is domestic tourism. If you're traveling outside of the Philippines, magneed na kag visa, magneed na kag passport, that is international tourism. Okay? And then ang nature of a tour. So in the nature of a tour, we have inclusive tour, independent tour. Okay? So ang inclusive tour is magneed ka og tour guide, no? And then usually naka-package na siya. Ang independent tour kay dili ni under ning duha sa kuan ha. Lahi po ni sila. So ang independent tour is wala kay tour guide. You travel on your own, like you book your own hotel, you book your own mga like reservation sa restaurant or kanang ikaw jud ang mo-book sa imong flights, mo na tanan no, ikaw ra tanan. That's independent tour. An inclusive tour dala na tanan total package, igo ra ka mo bayad, i-arrange na sa tour operator and travel agent. And if you have tour guide, si tour guide na bahala no nga modala nimo asa to nga mga lugar and provide you with information. And that's inclusive tour. Ang independent inclusive tour, siya ra usa nag-travel per naa siya'y kuyog nga tour guide and nag-avail siya tour package. So personal ikaw, you're new to this certain country and you don't have someone to come with you. You're just alone, no? Kay mashay man ka together with people. So ikaw mahadlok man ka masalaag, you're afraid nga people will locals from other countries would like scam you, or kay tungod you cannot speak their language, or you're not really that familiar with the place, you can avail the independent inclusive tour. You have a tour guide but you are alone. Okay? Or you have the tour package na nga everything is already set for you. All you have to do is just to pay. Ang group inclusive tour is group tour na siya. So package Japan siya, similar to independent inclusive tour with tour package with tour guide. That's optional. Pero you're with a group, no? From the word group inclusive tour, you're with a group. Okay? So let us now proceed to okay. Someone raise a question? Yes?
Ma'am, pwede maka-ask about ang simple explanation ba sa difference sa inclusive tour og sa ikatatlo bala, ma'am?
Okay. Let me go back. The independent, no? This one. Kani? Independent inclusive tour. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, bali, ang inclusive tour is my full na siya with full package na siya from the tour and travel agency. Bali na sayo plan ni siya diri paghimo sa slide, no. Si independent and group inclusive tour should be under here, not here. So when my student assistant made the slides, she made an error putting it here. So to correct, this two is under kani inclusive tour. Si inclusive tour class is when you don't want to avail services on your own, dili ka gusto nga ako ang mo-book sa flight or ako ang mutawag sa hotel. Gusto ko nga naanay middleman nga mo-arrange tanan para sa ako, igo na lang ko mo pay. And when the time comes that I will travel na, everything is all set for me. Even my plane ticket, my accommodation, nakabook na tanan by the middleman. Kinsa man ni ang middleman? Ang middleman is ang travel agent and ang tour operator. So si travel agent mo na siya ang mo-endorse sa imuha unsay mga nindot nga tour packages imong i-avail. Masyag salesman. Si tour operator siya mo arrange sa imuhang mga needs during your tour. Asa ka mo stay, asa ka mo kaon, naaba kay tour guide, asa ka mo laag. Tanan na naka-package na siya with your tour operator. So si inclusive tour, kuha na siya, package na tanan, no? Mobayad na lang ka. So naka-package na, ready na tanan ang imong accommodation nga bookings, imuhang like kung asa ka mo eat, asa ka mo laag. I'll try to see if I still have the project of my students for tour package so that I'll show you an example. Okay. If I have still the itinerary here. Muna siya ang inclusive tour. Nanata ng inclusion sa imuhang. Okay, wait. I'll search my documents. Okay. Usually it's in my Google Classroom. Para at least you will be able to grasp clearly, no? And then sa third one, di ba, independent man to siya. Ang independent inclusive tour class is ikaw lang usa. Like take for example, dili ko gusto nga I will be together with a group when I travel. Now, I do not want to travel on my own nga I will have to arrange everything myself. Dili ko gusto ako'y moagto sa website sa Philippine Airlines para mag-book sa kong flight. ma-stress ko ana, dili ko gusto nga ako pay mangita sa booking.com sa akong hotel accommodations, ma-stress ko ana, ma-stress ko mangita asa ang mga ninot nga places i-visit sa Singapore because I do not really know what are the nice places to where are the nice places to go in Singapore. So, I will just go to a travel agency, ask help from a travel agent, ask help from a tour operator, and they will arrange everything for me. That is the third one, katong independent inclusive tour. Because you are traveling alone, but everything is already packaged for you. All you have to do is just pay, and then sila na bahala tanan from your accommodation, from the places that you will visit, or kung asa ka mukaon, munang independent, muna siya dili no? Muna siya ang independent inclusive tour. This one. Sorry. Wait lang gid. I'm trying to show you okay, I'll try to show you a sample of the itinerary. Munang independent inclusive tour. Ikaw ra isa. Ikaw lang isa pero everything is already set for you. You don't have to arrange the accommodations yourself. Ang group inclusive tour naa kay mga kauban. You have like for example, you have like your family or your co-workers with you. You're not traveling alone for the group inclusive tour. Si independent tour, wala siya inclusive ha, just plain independent tour. Si independent tour is ikaw tanan. I will have to book my plane tickets myself. Ako tanan ana. Ako pa mangita sa bookings.com asa ko magstay, asa ko makabarato. Ako pa mag-Google asa ko mukadto nga mga attractions because I really do not know where to go. Okay? So, I hope that was clear. Was I able to answer your question? Is that clear now? Yes?
Yes, miss, clear na.
Okay.
Ang ano lang daay, sakto nito ingon nga sala lang ang pagbutang sa
Oo,
mga
sala
dot.
lang sa kuan. So kamulay,
Ah,
sala kamulay ana sa babaw, okay? And then pakitaan ta mo sample sa
so thank you again.
Okay. Welcome. So let us proceed with sample itinerary, no. So sa itinerary class, naa na siya mga set of activities nga imong i-undertake within the weekend or within the day, depende na kung how long is your travel. Check ko dire sa akong archive classes. So I'm logging in sa lain nga G Classroom sa sa school namo no. Pinaay mga tour itinerary. No. So this one is different. Oh, this is from my Koan Manggod. Okay, I'll try to see my tour guiding class if I still have it here. I don't know, it's the other one, Mandi ay. Sige lang. You'll check. Mani ang marag makita nimo kung unsa ang example sa itinerary and then muna siya ipakita sa katong nag-avail sa inclusive tour. Kita to ninyo ang kuan no. Okay, tour itinerary. Sorry. Where was it? Okay na ra. Archive na ni siya kay sa tour guiding class pa ni nako ano. So even though you're hospitality students, I still want you to be familiar with the contents of an itinerary. So some of you have already experienced no kanang especially kanang mga ginahan mag-travel. Maybe some of you have already experienced availing the services of a travel agency, but for those nga wala pa, so usually they make tour itineraries for you. And although naaman na may kuan ana no patong syempre because you're paying for their services para hapos na lang ang imuhang vacation, pero at least on your part it's hassle free. Okay, especially gani, no, this is very advisable if you're going to a place nga kanang you're not really familiar, most especially if it's abroad and there is like language barrier. It's really important class nga you have to avail like itinerary, if, especially if babae pa jud ka and dili kay kaingana ka adventurous, no. Is the project of Anna. Okay, Anna is not here. Oh, I'll just check kay Ivy. So I asked my students to make an itinerary for their like dream place, no? They have to imagine at least 3 days or 3 days 2 nights sila magstay ana nga lugar. So, medyo kakamang ang connection. Let us just wait for a while. So just a sneak peek of the itinerary. Sorry, I do not have a kuan ha kay ako mangud ang akong memory sa akong laptop ba kung ginakuan nga dili kay siya ma-full. So mo nang usahay I don't save offline. I do also, and then based on our recent incident, no, pag last week sa sunog, so mas mayo yung naka Google Drive or iCloud tanan. Okay, so this is an example of an itinerary. So this is the summary. Okay, scroll down ko lang. So na ay time, and then what are the activities. This is just the summary, but ang in full detail mo ni siya. So pati imuhang mga flight details nakabutang na tanan, car rentals we see here. So this is for another day na po. Actually in macro we are going to also be like hopefully doing this one so that you will also know. And then sila na ani gahimo ano na yung mga like Grand Hotel, accommodation. So ikaw nga on your part as the tourist, you will just receive this itinerary through your email and everything is all set for you. Okay, sorry. No, so tanan. Activities that you're going to do. Museum tour, sa kadapit, and then if nag-book ka for like entrance, secure ka dira og slots, then mo ni siya yung mga details, bookings, confirmation numbers, and then details about the places where you will be going, like kaning museum, and then 7 p.m. dinner. So basically that's what tour package is. It contains all of your activities, inclusions, tanan, everything is fixed for you. All you have to do is just follow the time that is given to you, the directions, and if you have a tour guide, you can just rely on your tour guide to arrange everything for you. Well, the tour guide executes everything that the tour operator has uh, put through the tour package, pero ang ga-execute dyan ana kay si tour guide. So, wala din tour operator o mo, yan siya ang activity sa ato ang guest ha or tourist, and then ikaw na bahala accompany niya. So, wala na siya. Muna na kanindot sa inclusive, no? Because either individual or group, everything is already planned out. Although there are other inclusive tours class nga sayang kay siya kay kana ganing 5 minutes ra ka ana nga place kanang di ka ka-enjoy nay uban nga mayang ana nga mga tour nga you can visit kani siya pero 5 minutes ra magdidagan-dagan na dayon mo or 15 minutes ra dili mo mag-enjoy kay nighttime constraints mo lang pud na siya usahay ang setback if you're going to avail for inclusive. Kay usually, there are other inclusive tours nga very strict on time because they're following an itinerary, di ba? You have already seen an example of it nga dapat 7 p.m., dapat na mo na ni siya mong buhaton. Hassle-free on your part, pero there are time constraints. Magdali-dali pud lagi ka, no? Mupod na siya. So let us now proceed to the tourist product. And then we will take a break at 7 p.m. for dinner. Then we can come back after 30 minutes. Okay? So, ato sa ning tiwason, atong aboton og 7. So, we have the tourist product. The tourist product consists of what the tourist buys. So, di ba mga products are tangible, and mga nimo na, pero, natin mga different tourist products nga, although they are not tangible, but mo ni ang gina-avail sa ato ang mga tourist. Okay? So, ang tourist product is a combination of what the tourist does or ang activities nga ginabuhat niya dira sa destination and also the services that he or she will be availing during his stay. Okay? So, it's a combination of the activities that I do here and the services that I avail. For example, when I go to Cebu to partake in ko ano kanang murag night event nila dira sa kuan sa Shangri-La for example. Oh, that is already an example of tourist product. Plus, nag-avail pa jud ko sa services nila like spa, ang rooms nila, o restaurants, then man na siya. Tourist product na siya tanan. There are 4 characteristics of a tourist product that you have to remember, students. First one is the service. Ang service ana, so asa man dapit ang service, ma'am? Kung sa accommodations pa. O kanang pag-clean sa imong room, pag-book sa imong room, no, gi-assist ka sa front office. Pag-eat nimo sa ilahang sa restaurant nila, dayon na ay waiter or waitress ga serve nimo food. Or kung naa ka by the beach and then na ay mo serve nimo na server mo serve nimo drinks. Okay? So kana tanan or kana mo massage and all those are examples of service. So that's one. It's one characteristic of a tourist product. Second, it's psychological in its attraction, meaning because the tourist product is not tangible, it's more on psychological emotions, no? We capitalize on emotions and experiences, meaning if we want to have more customers in our hotel or if in our tourist attraction like a beach resort, we have to make them feel that they really enjoy staying there. We have to really let's say make their experience worthwhile because it's psychological, no, kana ganing if you make them happy, if you make them satisfied, if they um if they feel that it's very enjoyable staying there, then they will surely come back and they will even recommend your like your hotel or the beach resort to other pa jud nga mga friends nila, diba, through word of mouth. So it's psychological in its attraction, no? We capitalize on our customers' emotions and experiences. That's why we try to give them um comfort as much as possible, or we try to satisfy their needs para at least, no, ko ano they would really stay kay mo man jud na. Next is tends to vary in standard and quality over time. Now, our tourist product is not manufactured by a ko ano kanang sa tawag ana. Dili siya manufactured sa ka factory. No, unlike sa factory class nga rest assured tanan nga product nga moagi ana gina quality check, ginalantaw jud if parehas ra ba jud tanan ang kabug-aton, its weight, the quality of that product, the same ra jud na siya, ma-measure na nimo if it's in manufacturing. Diba? Kaya syempre nakaagi man siya sa factory, parehas na siya mold, parehas na siya giagian, parehas na giagian pod nga quality check. That is for like any ordinary product that is under manufacturing and production. But in tourism, it's different. We don't have tangible products. We cannot manufacture our services in a factory. Instead, we will just train our employees to better serve our tourists. So, ato nang kay mga tao man na, 'di ba? We capitalize on human resources. Okay? I mean, we rely on human resources because it is the people that is providing service to our customers, to our tourists. Now, kanang tawo dili ba na siya hinimo sa factory nga parehas tatanan. So, ang service ni Maria might be different from the service of Ella because Maria might be a hardworking employee, unya very hospitable, very enthusiastic, while Ella is not, no, kanang suplada, dili kuan, pero they're employed in the same hotel. So tendency, the quality that they will provide tends to vary because these two employees, they vary in character, and when they provide service, lahi ang kind of service silang ginahatag. Another example nga mag-vary ang quality and standard sa tourist product. Okay, 'di ba ang tourist product consist of service, like the people helping you checking in sa imong hotel, like sa front office or sa housekeeping, or sa F&B, or like sa restaurants. For example, sa housekeeping, di ba? That is a type of service and a characteristic of a tourist product. Now, pag una, first day, butan kayo ang room attendant or ang housekeeper sa imuha. Naggibuwagan man sa siyang uyab, no? Broken-hearted man ang housekeeper, ang room attendant. The next day, suplada na, no? Dili na same ang quality of service iyahang gi-provide because this person is just a human being. No? Sometimes they get tired or their emotions will get the best of them, and sometimes that can affect the kind of quality service that they will provide. Okay? Mama na siya. We have our bad days, we have our good days, and sometimes dili man jud nato ma-maintain ang ato ang quality of service. No, kay it really depends on the character of the person or even gani sa iya hapod as a whole, as a person jud, no, kay na may times na bad trip siya, di ba? So mo po na ang medyo risky on the part of the tourist product because it's more on service. And we are relying on human resources, on people to deliver those service. And tendency dili jud na ma-uniform ang ilahang service because they undergo different emotions, or not all employees have the same character when it comes to delivering service. One might be enthusiastic in doing their job, the other might not be. Okay? Mo po na siya. And then the product is fixed. What do we mean by the product is fixed? For example, in manufacturing or like in the grocery store, butang ha, dili ni tourist product ha, in the grocery store. 'Di ba kung dili mahalin ang kani ato ang baligya, ato asang ikuan, ibalik na pod, i-stock na pod nato. Or for example, nagbaligya ka, oy wala man nahalin akong prutas, ako na pod ni, or ako ang gibaligya nga kuan, ako na pod ning i-store sa ako ang fridge or storage area para ma-preserve ang freshness. Okay? Nya usahay ma-deplete pa jud na siya, no, ang ato ang sa grocery store say ma-deplete pa jud ang atong stock, di ba? Kay kuhaan man siya, sapon mo baligya gug ka, no, mo baligya ka, makuhaan na siya. So tendency ana mo restock na pod ka. In the tourist product, it's fixed, meaning regardless kung daghan ka og guest or not, the number of rooms will remain the same. Dili man naingon nga, ay okay, out of the 10 rooms that we have, 5 ra ang occupied. So atong hipuson ang other 5. The remaining 5 nga walay guest, ato lang i-keep sa storage area. Di man naing ana. It's not like that in the tourist product. So regardless if our guest is like 5 ra kabilog and then we have 10 rooms, the other 5 remaining rooms will just stay there. It is fixed. You cannot store it in a storage area when there is no guest. Unlike regular products nga, if dili siya mahalin, store lang nato. Or for example, we will dispose of it if kuan na siya, ma-expired na siya. Dili man naing ana ang tourist product, no? The product is fixed. You cannot store it, you cannot change it, you cannot add more, no? Noon, pwede man ta makapatukod og more buildings, pwede man ing ana kadali lang, like replenishing stocks, dili man na ing ana nga, uy, short na ta on ing ani nga stock, o mag-restock na pud ta, dili man ing ana ang tourist product, no? It is fixed. Okay? So let us proceed to the tourist destination. So do you have any questions? Clarifications? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, let's now proceed to the tourist destination. So, the tourist destination is a geographical unit where the tourist visits and stays. So, it is a place where ga stay and ga visit si tourist. It may be a village, a town, a city, a district, a region, an island, a country, or a continent. So, asking unsa pa na siya, as long as dira mo agto si turista, it will be called a tourist destination. Pero masking it may be a town or a city, if it does not have this basic factor like attractions, amenities, and accessibility, it will still not be a successful tourist destination. Let us keep in mind that for a place to be called a tourist destination, dapat napud sila attractions, napud sila amenities or facilities, may accessibility pud sila, may accommodation, Okay? What else? Naapod sila activities kay di man nimo matawag nga for example, agto ka dito sa atong ibutang agto ka Gobi Desert. Wala man ditoy other than the Gobi Desert itself as an attraction, wala man ditoy shopping center, walay healthcare center sing kaso maunsa ka, no? Wala may hotels dito, walay restaurants. Mo nang dili kay siya successful as a tourist destination because it's inhabitable, or for example, wala jud siya mga kani nga mga basic factors nga kinahanglan sa usa ka destination. Syempre, if moadto ta sa usa ka tourist destination, di ba kinahanglan na atay place makastayan. Dapat na atay makit-an nga kan-anan. Kung natay paliton, dapat na ay masking store lang or grocery store. If makinahanglan ta nga for example, kinahanglan abita og basic needs like water or electricity na apoy available, no, mga ing ana. So dapat ga-consist pud ang tourist destination og ing ani nga mga factors, not just the mere fact nga it's a town or a village. Okay? Mo na siya ang tourist destination. Okay? So it's almost 7 p.m. We will take a short break of 30 minutes. So just kindly be back by 7:25. And then we will continue with our discussion on attractions, amenities, or facilities. So you can take a short break for dinner or maski lang just away from the screen so that wala tayo screen fatigue. Okay? So you will still be using the same Google Meet room, and then kuan lang, no? Make sure that you can come back at 7:25. Okay? So kindly take a short break usa everyone of 30 minutes.